Bing. There it is.
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome. So excited to be back. I've missed you guys.
Missed you too. I've missed all you guys. I've missed everyone. I've even missed Dodger players and Dodger fans.
That's how bad coronavirus is. Anthony. Is
there a way to mute Anthony? Like, like around the horn where you can just mute him?
Yeah, get negative points.
Him. Actually, I do have that control.
Oh, if we could do this straight up around the horn style, that would be amazing.
Maybe for our next episode.
Whenever Cole starts being mean to me, I'm just gonna mute.
Oh, that'll never happen. I'm a Mom Teresa.
I'm never gonna mute you guys. It's only because I don't know how. But that's the only reason. I don't know how I don't know how Zoom works. I'm officially old now.
You're still vertical.
The new technology.
You're still, exactly. You don't have a landscape going.
Is this better?
Yes.
Such a dad.
Okay, good. Okay.
So we were all probably feeling the same way that you all are at home. We're missing baseball, and we just wanted to get all together and talk about it and start a conversation going with Giants fans. So this is why we're doing these videos, and I think we're going to try to do them once a week. Fridays? Yeah?
So, yeah, Orange Fridays.
We literally have nothing better to do. So.
Yeah,
exactly.
Anthony, please go back into your other view. You're like literally sideways. You're like this.
You're making her nauseous?
Yeah.
Today's a very important day. It's Buster Posey's birthday!
Birthday to our good friend Buster Posey.
Yay!
This is the official Buster Posey birthday party.
Yeah,
and no one
hang
thought
out
to invite Buster Posey.
Ooh.
Cole, you just joined from two different.
There we go.
Cole's really ruining this stream.
No, it's fine.
Oh, there we go. Now we got two
vertical too.
We'll figure this out eventually.
Yeah.
I'm not editing this. Just
leave it as is. This
is like
how
the players had spring training, and then now this is our spring training.
Yeah.
So we'll have it eventually.
Anthony had a great idea, though, since it is Buster Posey's birthday. You wanted to do favorite Buster moment?
Favorite Buster moment. Yeah, I love Buster.
So since you came up with this, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm gonna go a little obscure. I'm actually the same age as Buster Posey. So in a weird way, I kind of feel like when he started with the Giants is kind of when I started my adult life. And so in a weird way, his career has kind of like I've kind of aged myself with Buster Posey's career in a weird way.
Wait, are you flexing that you're the same as Buster Posey?
No. Only in age. In age only.
Grace. Oh, Grace.
So I will say my Buster moment is Game 4 of the 2012 World Series. Giants are playing the Tigers. I almost said we like I'm on the team.
Buster Posey.
Giants were leading the series 3-0. The Tigers were winning the game. And, of course, me, worst case scenario, I'm like a very worst case scenario person. Like, oh, my God, we're losing Game 4. They're going to win 4 in a row. And Buster hit a home run to tie it. And I looked it up this earlier today in the 6th inning. And it was like, okay, Buster got us back on track. He was that solid foundation in my life all the way back in 2012. So thank you, Buster Posey. Happy birthday for hitting that home run in Game 4 of the World Series.
I can't wait for him to watch this.
Yeah.
Well, he's not doing anything else. Just probably chasing his tail, so might as well.
I'm going to go 2012 too, but NLDS, when there was no World Series in sight because the Giants were on the brink of elimination, as they were the entire postseason. And he comes in and hits a grand slam against Matt Latos, notorious Giants hitter. Ryan Hannigan, catcher, hangs his head in disappointment before the ball has even left the yard. Buster Posey was the hero. There would be nothing else in that series without Buster Posey. And Sergio Romo, I think, was part of that game too. A big couple outs from him. So, but this is Buster's birthday. Thank you for 2012. It wouldn't have happened without you.
Good one.
All right.
Good answer.
Good answer.
It's like Family Feud. Good answer.
Well, since we're only doing plays, because I would have said the entire game of Game 4 2010 NLCS when he went 4 for 5 and he had a stolen base and all that fun stuff. But since I was working this game, he was my ultimate hero, was when he hit the walk-off home run in the 17th inning against the Reds. And it literally was like, yes, thank you. He even was like, thank you. Thank you, baby Jesus. Let us all go. Yeah. So a personal favorite because Buster Posey sent us all home from work that night. So thank you.
Therese,
You
I
guys
remember
are all,
working. I was
classic.
working in the NBC Sports newsroom when that happened, and we all cheered, and we had an ovation because that meant we got to go home soon too. So I remember
You got
that
to
one
go
very
home.
well.
I had to do the post game show after that.
We've all
Yeah,
been there, Therese. We have all been there.
That's when things get
Oh, I
weird.
love those nights when we're hanging out till 3 a.m. It's
Yeah,
great.
Cole loves it.
You are the worst for wishing that upon people.
Should I mute him now?
Mute him.
No, I haven't done my Buster Posey moment yet.
Yeah.
I think it was last season. I mean, you guys picked the big ones, the playoffs. But last season, right after the All-Star break, Buster had the cleanest stolen base put out. And it was right after the All-Star break, so he took his helmet off and showed off the most miraculous, like, little summer break tan he had going on.
I remember that.
It was amazing. His hair was perfectly coiffed. I have the video saved somewhere. I'll tweet it later. But the first thing that came to mind on epic Buster Posey moments wasn't the World Series, wasn't the Buster hugs after perfect games or no-hitters. It was a little throwout in a losing season where he just looked handsome AF.
And
Damn.
to be honest, I
Man
think that's
crush
how
on
we'll
Posey.
all remember
Oh, yeah.
Buster being handsome. He's a very handsome man.
How does his hair do that under a helmet? I can wear a hat for literally 30 seconds. It's ruined. It's ruined.
Yeah.
I don't understand. He's like a different type of human. That's his like superhero power. Is like nice hair
Perfect
under all
hair.
hats.
Perfect hair.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to during this quarantine time? Carmen,
I think
why
I
don't you
hear
go
what
first?
you've been up to, actually. I hear what
Hear
you've
what
been
I've been
up
up
to.
to?
Yeah.
This is what I've been up to. Harrison.
Oh yeah,
What up,
Harrison,
Harry?
my dude.
Luckily,
Yeah,
chilling.
we've been watching a lot of the reruns of Best Giants games, and somebody doesn't know that they're replays. So
I thought you were pointing
Wow.
at me because
no, I wasn't pointing at you. I'm pointing down at the child.
Okay, I was like, I know.
So we watch like Timmy's no hitters, and he sits and he watches the entire game, and he claps when good things happen. I don't know. It's really funny. Yeah, he's
Well,
really
He's
into
going to be
baseball right now.
sad.
What?
He's going to be sad when he finds out Jonathan Sanchez isn't a Giant anymore.
I know. He was very confused.
You can just tell him that it's Derek Rodriguez because they wear the same number.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
So yeah, I've been chasing around a toddler and trying to entertain that and trying to keep my sanity. How about the rest of you?
Cole, what have you been doing?
I've been playing a little video games, which I haven't done in a long time. I asked Twitter for a recommendation, and they gave me Last of Us, which has been very fun. I also picked up Horizon Zero Dawn, which has been fun. And then I also started Tiger King, which is, I don't think my life will ever be the same. Anthony,
I'm only on just finished episode 3.
all right, I think I'm on 4.
So no spoilers. I don't know if
Carmen,
anyone
have you
else has
started
watched
it?
it.
No.
I haven't
I'm
started
Crazy.
either.
It is crazy.
I don't
These
think I want to
people
be
are
frustrated
crazy.
though. I feel like
It's
frustrating.
not frustrating. It's more like, oh my god, what is wrong with the people?
I mean,
it's great.
I'm never leaving California again.
I
Like, is it real?
did a little bit of Love is Blind. Has anybody gotten into that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, although insanely stupid. And I've been playing video games too, Cole. I've been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Boop, boop. It's like so fun. It's lit. It is about a little villager in an island of animals, and it's very relaxing, and you just go around and do little tasks every day. So while I can't be outside, my little character will be outside foraging in the beaches and everything.
There you
Cole,
go.
All
hasn't
right.
that been what you've been doing on Sims? Like doing
Yeah.
everything that you're not supposed to do?
Well, when I say I play The Sims, I mean I watch my wife play The Sims, and she asks me for advice and then doesn't take it.
Mhm.
But
You
yeah,
gotta
she's
create
never really
us
played
as
video
Sims.
games in her life, so now she's becoming a Sims addict, and it's been
There
pretty
you
funny
go.
to watch.
You can tell her to do the 100 baby challenge.
What is that?
What is that?
It's a challenge going around on YouTube where people play The Sims, and they'll have one matriarch, and that matriarch will try to have 100 babies with like a different man every time, or woman, depending on, her preferences. So
This is really well.
Yeah.
How would she have a baby with not
you just don't boo up, and you just keep doing it to him.
Wow.
man?
I feel like
People
I play The Sims very different than you do, Carmen.
I don't play that. I don't have the patience for that in life or in The Sims.
Oh dear.
I'm
Well,
glad my
that's
kid
what
doesn't know what this
we've been up
conversation
to.
is about right now.
yeah, Harrison
what?
is
It's okay.
listening. Carmen,
We're not
how
on
dare
TV,
you.
so we can say whatever
We can
want.
say whatever we want. Yeah, it goes on
We
the
say
internet.
whatever
It's
we
fine.
want anyways.
That's true. We report to no one. But
We're
all right, so
report
that's what we've been up to. What have the Giants players been up to? Do you guys have any good polls from social?
Soch?
From
Soch.
Soch, yeah.
I've been watching.
I've been really enjoying Dubon on Twitter. He has been clap, 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 clap. Like, even from like all the memes and all the gifs that he's been using.
And he manages 2 accounts. He manages those pugs too that he loves. Chorizo
He
and the other
does.
one.
And he even like, what was the one he posted today? It was so funny. It was
He posted the one of like Lilo and Stitch crying.
where Stitch was
Oh,
crying
yeah.
because it was opening day. So today
great.
there was an article on NBC Sports Bay Area where it said, here's how the Giants-Dodgers opening day game might have played out based on a simulator. And Mauricio tweeted back, tell that simulation that he can shove his predictions up.
Well, because the simulation had him making 2 errors in center field, and Mauricio obviously not happy about it. You can't let a computer tell you what. How's the computer going to tell Mauricio Dubon what he can and can't do? I'm with him on that.
That's true.
I'm with
And I guess his
Mauricio.
fiance's been really into TikTok, and he's just been like,
He needs to start a TikTok this season. If there is a season, which we'll talk about later, I'm going to convince him to do a TikTok with me.
I think he would.
okay, yeah.
I'm going to do
seems
the
fair
one
game.
where we switch outfits.
Oh, flip the switch.
Flip the switch.
Yeah,
Flip the switch challenge.
And I'll be wearing his big ass clothes, and he can wear my baseballism tee.
Perfect. Sure,
All
baseball
right.
isn't like that. What else have you guys been enjoying?
Hunter Pence, one of my faves. He's been doing
Obvious.
great. He did a MLB Instagram Live with Pablo yesterday, and they were watching, I think, World Series Game 7. And it was so funny because Pablo was like telling Hunter all these records that he or Hunter set. And Hunter was like, I have a record? Oh my God, I didn't even know. It was amazing. And they're like the 2 best friends that there ever were. Hunter was Pablo's best man at his wedding over, I almost called it winter break. That's not what
It's been an
pretty much
extended
it.
winter
It's
break.
been a really long time.
But yeah, it was pretty cute. I'm enjoying kind of the players having this free time and being allowed to make social content. It's pretty nice.
I enjoyed the post he had where he went to Safeway and he had a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, a box of Cinnamon
Pringles.
Toast Crunch. He had like 6 cans of Pringles, and he had something. He had another bag and Tostitos, and I was just thinking, oh, Hunter Pence shops like I do in this global pandemic, where I'm supposed to be getting frozen vegetables and chicken breasts, and I'm really just getting different bags of chips and Skittles. So I'm glad that
COVID-19.
I can't. We have established that I'm nothing like Buster Posey, but at least I shop like Hunter Pence. So at
Stop
the very
flexing on
least,
us, Anthony. Stop flexing on us.
I have that.
It's that same attitude as when you're like taking a road trip down to LA and you stop at a gas station for snacks, and it's like, I'm gonna need 3 bags of Skittles, some beef jerky, 2 things of
Funyuns.
Pringles.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I went to Safeway the other day,
Yeah.
and all that was left was the chips that I buy anyways. And all of a sudden, I'm like self-conscious if I'm getting the wrong chips or if the rest of society is getting the wrong chips.
Oh, that's funny. It's probably you, Cole. That's my guess.
It probably is. Casa Sanchez chips are the best.
Oh,
Love
those are
pasta
really good, though.
sauces.
No,
Oh, yeah.
everybody
Those
else
are
is
really
just
good.
wrong.
Don't tell people they're good, Cole.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
no,
people
don't.
are just gonna buy them.
Yeah.
Well, secret's
Pilot,
out
can
now.
you delete that out?
Yeah.
Edit.
I'm
We'll
not
edit.
editing
We'll-
anything. This is
we'll
going in
edit.
raw dog.
Get Earl.
Just like the 100 baby
All right.
challenge.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's left? Oh, he's eating Earl?
He's getting Earl. Yeah.
Hi, Earl.
Hi, Earl.
baby. Oh my God, Earl is so cute. I have to take a
Earl,
screenshot.
delete that video. There we go.
Taking a screenshot.
Perfect.
Oh, it's adorable.
Well, I've been also seeing Crawford obviously is hanging out with his kids and posting a lot of stuff on that. They even Cal High Sports, which is the local high school sports show, dug up some video of Crawford back from his high school days playing football and posted that. Like, he made fun of himself a little bit, being like, at least my interview skills got a little better.
Just less monotone, just a little bit.
And Logan Webb, he's always been Carmen, you've known for a while that he's actually like sneakily funny.
He is sneaky funny. I love him.
He is sneaky funny. He's a big Raiders fan, and I guess he's sticking with his boy Derek Carr, and he put it out on the Twitter world, and NBC Sports Bay Area wrote an article about it. Now people are coming for him.
It's okay. He can handle it. He's a big boy. He's got it.
Yeah, he's been answering with funny gifts and stuff like that.
So, I mean, I don't really know when we'll be out of this situation. You know, as much as I love Zoom, it's not the same as being around warm human bodies. Oh gosh, that makes me sound really sad, but I'm not. I'm fine. What I'm trying to say is, what is the first thing y'all want to do when you're out of this, as it relates to baseball?
I can't wait for work, personally. It'll be nice to do. I love my job and I love what I get to do, and it will be nice to not watch Sesame Street all the time.
Yeah, you got to get Harrison on Breaking Bad or something like that. You got to get him to binge The Sopranos.
Yeah, then he won't be seeing a psychiatrist or anything like that when you.
He'll be fine.
God, years of therapy later, it'll be fine. Yeah, I miss work. I miss being able to turn on the TV at least and see something other than reruns and news right now. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's kind of what mine is too. Not even necessarily going to the games, but the games happening every day. That's my favorite thing about baseball. Not like football where you have to wait a week. You have games every day. No matter what, the show goes on. It's just like a marathon race to the end of the season. And I miss that. Even if I'm not able to watch a game because I'm at work during the day, it's happening. And I can check the scores at the end of the day, and exciting stuff was going on. And nothing is going on right now. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. Same.
I'm excited to get the Oracle Park and eat. I'm gonna eat everything. I'm a little more on the paranoid scale of this pandemic, so I haven't gotten delivery. I've left my house twice in the last 15 days. I haven't gotten delivery food. I haven't gotten takeout. So, like, I can't wait when this is all finally over and hopefully everyone is okay, or as okay as everyone can be. But I'm just going to eat the garlic fries. I'm going to eat the chicken tenders. I don't even like crab. I'm going to eat the crab stuff. I'm going to just eat my face off. And that's what I'm going to get the popcorn, Cracker Jacks, peanuts. I don't even like peanuts. I'm just going to eat everything. So that's what I'm looking forward to about getting back to the ballpark.
Girl, same. Even though I have been ordering takeout, I'm excited to just go back.
You're bolder than me.
I'm excited to go back to the ballpark. Ta-da!
Wow!
You're there.
I'm just gonna stay here for a second.
Yeah.
Zoom's pretty cool. I'm glad I upgraded the membership because now I get to do this. But I really just miss like seeing other people and being able to like actually interact with them. It's so hard to. I live alone, so it's, you know, me and the cats aren't very talkative. So even as an introvert, it's been really hard to kind of just not have that kind of interaction. You know, I miss doing interviews. I miss like seeing everybody and saying hello and just like having that daily, you know, little head nod with all the people that recognize you and you recognize them, even if you don't know their names, you know? So I think I just kind of miss that. It does sound sad, but like, don't you guys kind of miss just like seeing people?
Yeah, I think that's the thing, just to kind of take it out of baseball. I've heard a lot of people say kind of what you said, Carmen, is that it's sad, or, you know, but I mean, it's a sad time and it's a scary time. And I think that's okay for all of us to be feeling those emotions. And I think that's part of the reasons why we love baseball so much, is because things that can kind of take our minds off things or be a distraction or be recreation. And I don't know, that's partly why I miss it.
I mean, okay, so it sounds like maybe maybe it won't be back this season, right? Baseball, we don't know. So
We don't know.
The first thing I wanted to do before we actually talk about what Manfred said is predictions. When do we feel like baseball will be back? And this means
Like
not
a game.
spring training. Yeah, like an official,
Like actual
in the
games.
record book MLB game, not exhibition.
And we're doing Price is Right rules.
Oh, you can't go over?
Can't go over. Let's start with Cole, because he trolls, so he can go first.
I forgot about Price is Right rules. Okay, I am gonna say July.
Why what?
My original bet was going to be when the All-Star game would have ended and season would have picked back up there, which is about the 14th. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say July 1.
July 1. Okay?
Yeah.
July 1 for Cole. It's in the books. Anthony.
I remember a couple of years ago when different circumstances, obviously, but when the NBA locked out, I remember they wanted to get to Christmas. They were like, as long as we start by Christmas, because Christmas on NBA on Christmas is kind of like their holiday, and I feel like baseball's holiday, for the lack of a better word, is July 4th. So I don't know if there's going to be fans in the stands, but I feel like July 4th. It's about a little more than the midway through the season. But I think July 4th, I think if baseball could do it then, at the very least, that gives us, 3.5 months for everything to kind of subside. So it's not a very good Price is Right answer because I only locked myself into 3 days, but I'll go with July 4th.
I'm going to go with June 22nd. And there's now something on the TV that my dog's barking.
Hi, Palmer.
This is where you want me to mute you, Therese?
Yeah, why don't you mute me for a second? I'll come back.
I'll mute you. Okay. I muted Therese so she can deal with that. I'm going to go with, what did she say? June 22nd?
She said June 22.
I'm going to go June 1st. I don't know why. I'm just going to be very aggressive with it. And again, not like you, I don't know if there will be fans in the stand, but I think there could be a situation where they play somewhere else or start the season somehow in a limited way. I don't really know what that looks like, but I'm going to go June 1st. That's also wishful thinking on my part.
So what'd you put? Sorry, I could not hear anything over the barking.
June 1st.
It's Elmo, and apparently he's got a dog named Schnoodle that makes Palmer.
Elmo has a dog now?
Well, it's Mr. Noodle's dog. I'm going to stop. Okay. There's a dog.
Carmen. Elmo
Guys, this is my life right now.
No, right?
Therese, you could probably fill us in on everything that's going on Sesame Street right now.
Y'all, when you have kids, I'll bring you up to date.
I mean, I think I'll hop off before you do that. I'm good.
But so I was going to say June 22nd, because that's usually it's a Monday. It's the start of it's a clean start of homestands or series of any sort. And I know they're really trying for June 1st, if not July 1st. So I'm kind of going somewhere in the middle, and maybe they're going to do neutral sites in less populated cities, so teams aren't traveling to a hotbed like New York or something like that.
That makes sense.
All right. So we all have our votes locked in. Therese, why don't you talk a little bit about the Manfred statement?
So the other night, Rob Manfred was on SVP, and they were talking about the hope of getting baseball going again. Is there the possibility of canceling the season? Long and the short of it, he didn't promise anything. Nothing's off the table. It just seems like they're in a holding pattern right now, and they're willing to just see what happens and then go from there. But also yesterday, Major League Baseball and the Players Association came to an agreement saying that, if they do continue the season, both camps are hoping to at least get 100 games, which means they're going to go into October, possibly postseason in November with neutral sites. So there's a whole lot of stuff they're trying to make it work, but he didn't say that the season being canceled wasn't a possibility. It can happen, unfortunately, but at least the two camps Major League Baseball, the Players Association have come to agreement. Like, we're going to try everything that we can if we can resume play.
Well, kind of as a reference point, and our countries aren't the same, but I know South Korea started playing baseball about a week ago, right? Without fans in the stands. Now, I don't know when their first case was, and I don't know how bad it got in their country or what their government is doing. But I think
it was bad, but they reacted quickly, so I think they've kind of beat the curve that everybody's talking about. They're on the downward turn. So if everyone can stay inside, wash your hands, don't be nasty, maybe you can have baseball this season.
It's just going to be hard with a lot of these big teams traveling to hotbed cities like New York and LA, where maybe if you don't even play in front of fans, but you're still making these players susceptible to, they have to stay in hotels and, possibly go out and interact with other people at the ballpark, be in the ballpark, the away clubhouse. So it's a lot of messy situations. But one of the things that I did take away from this, here's the silver lining. If there is no 2020 season, it still counts as a full year of service. So players like Mookie Betts are free agents after the season, and he will never play for the Dodgers.
All the 1-year deals, like, y'all are just making money for quarantining right now.
Even in a global pandemic, the Dodgers still found a way to lose. And as a Giants fan, that is a little bit of solace.
Although
there's
Mookie Betts.
Silver lining. No baseball season, at least there's no Mookie Betts on the Dodgers.
Mookie Betts may never end up playing a game with the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are probably going to win like 200 games.
Although,
crazy because it's a 162-game season, but that's how good they looked on paper.
I wanted them to have him play and then just suck, to be honest with you. I think that's more entertaining to me than him not playing at all. Wouldn't it be hilarious if they gave up a lot and got back a little turd the way the Red Sox did with Pablo? Like, that would have been way more satisfying to me. Well, on that wonderful note.
Well, can I bring up the opposite of a silver lining? Do you think the Astros are completely going to dodge their shame tour here?
I hope not. They deserve the worst.
They'll get it. They'll get it eventually.
People
aren't going to forget.
If the season gets pushed, no one will remember the trash cans. We'll just remember the fact that we didn't play baseball last year.
No.
Yeah.
I think people will remember the trash can. As soon as they start playing again, nobody's going to forget that. That was like a big deal.
We put it on Twitter. What do you miss most about baseball? I want to shout out Drewski5150, who said the Astros shame tour. I think it just postpones it. I don't think they're going to get their comeuppance. I think it's just going to take a little longer.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's read a couple of these responses from.
Yeah. Sydney said, I miss the daily discussions with my teenage son about what's happening in baseball, our rituals, our team, and of course, our show. So, I think we all miss that. Cole, have you been dealing with talking to your dad? What do you guys talk about if there's no baseball?
So crazy. I tried to explain Tiger King to him, and I think he looked at me like I was insane, which I sounded, I'm sure. But he's growing out a nice beard. I wish you guys could see it. He looks kind of like Brian.
You got to tell him to
He's got this
post
white beard. Yeah, I should. He might have shaved it by now. He said it's itchy when he tries to sleep. But that's what you got to go through to grow a beard, Dad. Get through that beginning stage. Show up in July with a nice Fuko beard.
It's like when Letterman left his show, he had the Santa Claus beard. Is that your dad? Your dad's like David Letterman.
That's
now.
Right. He's only at a week or two's growth so far, but I hope he gets there. That would be amazing. But you guys might have seen on Twitter, we did a little hangout in a parking lot yesterday just to get some coffee and chat. So if you guys want to do that, we can go meet in Alamo and hang out in the Whole Foods parking lot.
I'll be right there.
I'm down. Well, I think we were thinking of doing this once a week on Fridays, like we were saying in the beginning. So maybe we'll open up some stuff on Twitter and just see what you guys want to talk about. I mean, we're doing this just for fun and just out of the boredom of our hearts.
The boredom.
So,
this is right next to the bottom, I think.
I think we're going to try to do this every Friday. And since next Friday, April 3rd, was supposed to be the Giants' home opener, I think we make next Friday Orange Friday.
Okay,
Everyone
we'll wear
cool?
Orange
Okay.
Friday then.
I
I'm
can dig
in.
up some
Friday.
orange.
You
Okay.
got some orange?
Yeah. So with that, we'll see you guys next time, I guess. And hit us up on Twitter. Let us know what you want to talk about. I don't know. We're game for whatever, right?
We've got nothing going on.
It's an open canvas. Whatever we want to do, whatever you guys want to do, let us know and we'll do it.
All right.
I want to
do that already. There's no difference from what we normally do.
I want to hear some
All
right, guys.
I want to hear some recommendations for Netflix shows we could be watching. I want to hear all that stuff.
Okay. So with that, let's wrap it up, and we'll see you guys next time.
Put Barry in
Harrison,
the Hall
say
of Fame.
bye.
Bye.
Say bye.